24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and we're about 3 hours and 46 minutes away from the daily close. And right now, price action is converging on itself. We've been fiddling around at this 5.5-year trend line on XRP that we established around April 17th, 2017. Right now, we're on the top side of it once again, but we are getting awfully close to maybe making a test below it here at the flip of the clock at 8. We also need to look to see where Bitcoin's at in relation to XRP, and also we need to see where the DXY is in relation to crypto. Because if the DXY is going to continue this move up, which did hit my technical target, we will look at in a second, the first of two main ones going forward. I'm going to be releasing a algo and an IOTA bare bottom price, but what I've decided to do is release that only to members of Tom's Army in the days to come. So anything not relating to my general content like XRP, XLM, DGB, I'm going to do for the members only, because it takes up too much time. And if you want to support Tom's Army, that's a beautiful way for me to pay it forward. So I'm always going to do XRP, XLM, DGB like I am right now. But if you want a little extra content, join Tom's Army, $9.99 a month. And in the members only section, starting likely tomorrow, we'll start with algo, but I'm going to be releasing not only the bare bottom prices, but keep you up to date with the ISO coins. But I'll do that in the members only section. If I have general ISO information, obviously I'll release that. But if it has to do with a trade, or if it has to do with like bare bottom prices, and it doesn't have to do with my main three that I cover, mainly I do XRP, but XLM and DGB I do religiously as well. That'll be in the members only section. So if you're part of Tom's Army, look forward to the expanded content to come shortly. So XRP, when we look at this in relation to what the DXY's at, so first we have to look at the 5.5-year trend line that I first talked about. This, so if you're new, you're like, what's he talking about, 5.5-year trend line? So I'm glad you asked. If you're brand new, make sure to hit that like button. First of all, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share this to a fellow friend, a fellow human being, as that's the only way I can grow here, let's be honest. Without your help, I can't grow. So April 17th, 2017 in the weekly is where we had a strong pullback after a nice rally that was over about 1,100+%. And then we dumped down some 600% from the top. Had you have been holding it from here. So it finally held here. So we had a line of support that we've never broke since. Touched it once again here in 2020 on March 9th at about 0.993. Failed to even come down to it in 2021, but we were close enough. We just got scared by that uptrending support line and the buyers took over. Now, on the other hand, we've got a gigantic head and shoulders pattern that looks like it's formed in the short term. My cat. Ghost, what are you doing? My cat just like knocked something over. I was like, what the hell is that? But it looks like it's a head and shoulders on the right side and the weekly. And if it breaks this 5.5-year uptrend roughly, this would have to come down. And this is a bearish continuation pattern if it does. And I've measured this out and it comes all the way to 11.04. The next short-term drop would get us down. If we break this level, we'd go down to 31.86. But once you break 31.86, you would end up going down to 29.90. That's a 120% move on a 20x. But I'm going to be switching to 10x trades to better position myself and be able to have a better control. Maybe 12x, I haven't decided, because I'm going to be using slightly bigger amounts of money. But anyhow, that's to be talked about in the members only section. So if you want to talk about the leverage trading, that's in the members only section. 28.92 is where we would drop down. But once you break 28.92, which would be the double bottom, and you show some force, this has a never-ending drop, and it's got a few stopping points: 1991, 1478, and 1104, and they've all been measured out by different parts of the pattern. The other thing, if you start looking at this, is this very well, like I've been saying for a very long time for anybody who's new, this likely plays out a possible M-topping reversal. Well, what happens when we get down here? This is where we need to get down to on the true uptrend. This is literally the pattern that it's trying to present to us, and everybody's putting a spin on it, but not reality. unless we break down from here, we can absolutely bounce up, and that's what I continue to say. But the moment we break down from here, this is a 5.5-year trend line that is only holding right now and keeping us bullish. But after you go bam, bam, it's starting to prove, but you can still come back up here. That's what I'm saying as well. And everybody's like, well, you say it's going to go up, it's going to go down. No, no, no. What I'm saying is I believe, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe it's going down sub 20 cents before this is all said and done. Everybody gets confused because they think that it's guaranteed to go down here with my charts. That's just the true uptrend of crypto. Before, and let's have a hard reality check right now. XRP's main line of support when it had these huge runs was 17, 18, 19, 20. This is quantitative easing. The Fed was pouring money into all markets, stock market, bond market, all these markets. Interest rates were at 0. They're stuffing crypto. This was a transformation of wealth to, you guessed it, the rich fucks, the institutions, and the ones who have a lot more money than us. Now that they got theirs, and they've, you know, we're going to get got. And some have already got because they didn't listen. Now, if you don't want to get got, you hit that support button. Because this, if it plays out and continues down, even if this is the part where it plays out now, if this ever breaks this part and plays down, we're fucked. You're screwed. And if you're not paying attention, do you want to be holding it if it were to fall all the way down to 11 cents? Yes is the answer right now if you just bought it. You're not selling it. Now, I'm saying from the past, when I told everybody to sell up here. Well, it was at $1.66. But that's where we're at, folks. That's where we're at. You can either listen and end up making so much money in the future, because I understand the ISO, I understand XRP more than anybody, the price action, and I understand the overall fundamentals of the economy. If you stick with me, you're going to make a lot of money, and you would have saved a lot of money, or you have saved and made a lot of money in the past. Wasn't too long ago when I did it episode by episode and turned 3,500 into 18 grand right in front of everybody's very eyes. It was actually a little bit less than that, but I built into it and it was 3,500 total. Wasn't that long ago before I cashed out that same amount at 400 and something percent and watched the market now tank some 80%. We've all watched it live. Some it's hard to acknowledge because it's so accurate and it so goes against the grain that you're like, well, what the fuck? Everybody says it's going up. That's true. But remember what they always say, or what I always say. They don't always say it. When everybody's going in one direction, go to the person who walks his own way. It's like, if everybody's going one way and some asshole walks his own way and he looks confident, he's like, huh? That person knows a thing or two. Just that simple. I go against the grain. Some people don't like that. I challenge your thought process. I challenge what you think you know. But I put it into reality on the charts each and every day. The content that I put out is unlike any other for anybody who puts out XRP content. And there's some people that do it fine. But entertainment. I take it beyond entertainment and I put it down into the real world understanding. I may not use all the fancy terms and the fancy terminology because I like to keep it simple. But these are my charts and my understanding alone. They're not influenced by anybody else. There's no FUD and there's definitely not any moon boys here. I don't talk FUD. I don't speak moon. And I don't appreciate spam. XRP Future Millionaire. Hit that motherfucking like button. We're going to end it on the DXY. DXY is at 109 spot 83. I have a 110 spot 441 resistance, or next resistance when it broke up. These are my levels that I've had. Came up to our level. Now we're going to, after a small area consolidation, it doesn't look like we're ready to end yet. We're still on that uptrending support, and even if you bring it from up here in the time period that we've created, I can use these 2 points of contact, and we're having this rising channel. If that's the case, we've still got a long ways to go. And my overall feeling that I've had for a very long time, and if you're new, since the DXY was no the way, we got to go back some. I've been doing this for a little while. and the weekly it helps bring it out. We talked about this last year all the way in here. This is when we sold out of our wait, where was it? Right around here is when we started sounding the alarms. And that's when I said we have a capitulation style event that should bring us to 120 spot 23. But if it is ultimate worst case scenario, we'd go up to 154 spot 302. My understanding of what I was seeing is there was no way we have a 22-year or 21-year cup and handle being worked out and we don't at least come up to 120. I just didn't see it. Now, yes, you could say that we have another one right here, but this was after the first drop. So yes, a 20-year cup and handle we've already hit. I just think we're going to come up a little bit higher. I just see that at minimum, because the only way for the rest of the world to continue to have money and keep us the world reserve currency leader is to make our money not look like shit. The only way to make our money not look like shit is to make it look good and have the other. The problem is right now, and when you capitulate it up, people will buy the U.S. note from other countries because they think it's a sign that our economy's strong, which it's not. The problem is once this happens, they'll return a lot of their notes for U.S. dollars, and when they return their notes for the U.S. dollars, they'll turn it into their own money. But now we're flooded with useless bonds. Like what? And then when they buy the stuff, they're buying what? They're gonna buy our shit, and they're gonna flood us back with our overinflated U.S. dollars. We don't want their dollar. The problem is if we don't end up as a world reserve currency, this all goes to shit. And that's why I put my money, and a large part of it, into gold and silver. If you want to trade like me and buy XRP without a VPN, I'll show you out right now. So I implore you to watch my last update. Time in history that XRP will truly transcend the way we move money and make you generational dollars. That's got almost 600 views in 5 hours, 163 likes. But that video, if you remember my first video, that goes back to an approach like that. No technical analysis, but dropping dimes on what's to come and why it's so imperative. I did, and I would like to read this to everybody. I switched, and I would like you to comment. This is what it'll show in my info as well in my bio, minus the links, but I want to show you how I condense this. So if you want to join me on BitGet, first of all, it's down a little bit farther and we'll get to it. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments. My name's Tom, aka XRP Future Millionaire. In this time in history, we must transcend our awareness to a digital era where paper money is no longer an option. When the ISO 20022 framework is put into place, that's where the ISO 20022 compliant coins, in particular XRP, will transcend the way we use money on a world level. Don't miss this one chance in history to build and transform your wealth. Not just for you, but your kid's kid. No moon, no BS. FUD-free, next level technical analysis. And then if you want to donate, a lot of people ask, you can donate by simply joining Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. There's a link right there. If you want to send XRP, that's the XRP address and then the destination tag. You need to send both. There's also PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And then if you want to trade like me, join me on BitGet. You can trade with me on the partnered link. And if you want to, you can join me via copy trading. Type in XRP Future Millionaire. You don't need a VPN on BitGet in the USA, and you don't need to do KYC to buy it either. So if you want to buy it there and then send it to your native exchange, it's a lot cheaper to buy it there, and that's what I do. I send it to Uphold after, but it's a cheaper alternative for me to buy XRP, and then I can send it to Uphold. So, and then it just makes it easier. So let's leave it at that. If you want to see more content by me on TikTok, you can join me. And on TikTok, it's exploding. So it's actually drawing some competition for my this channel. A lot of competition. You can also join me on Twitter. And then on Twitch, as that's where we talk about our leverage trading each and every day. Now, if you want to join me on TikTok, this is where I would implore you to do so. This is where I take a different angle. And this is actually some nice competition for my YouTube channel.
Today I'm going to talk about one of my...
Not even nearly as many followers. I've been doing this for about 6-7 weeks now where I've been putting content out. We've already got 549 followers, but the videos are killing my other videos. 4,600 views, 3,900 views, 15,000 views, but that was a nature one. just put out these last two that have 4 and 185, but then 3,752, 2,294 as I figured out the direction I want to take the channel. And I've been putting official documents out that are related to the SEC Ripple. I don't show it on my YouTube channel because there's no point. I had to take this in a different direction, and this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to release official documents, and I read it in a professional style, where I give out information one by one, and they're being well received. So if you'd like to see that side of the XRP Future Millionaire, I implore you to join. I just showed this yesterday. We had 467 subscribers or followers. Now we have 549. It's absolutely incredible. So show your support on YouTube. Don't let TikTok take me away by storm.